Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another video. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here as we are kicking off summer. And so we are kicking off with a really fun video, and we are going through 14 different palettes that I have in my collection. I have all of them right here. I know that's a lot, but we are going to go through each one of these 14 palettes, and we are taking a look at all of the summery palettes in my collection. So I went through all of my eyeshadow palettes and I decided which ones I felt best fit summer based on the packaging and the color stories on the inside. And so I'm really excited just to take a look at these sunny summer looks and some of these sunny summer palettes. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to create this video, a palette pile video, go through all of these palettes and just explain why I'm choosing them as my summertime palette. And then I'm going to be creating over the summer 14 videos that are going to be YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, and I'm going to create a video using each one of these palettes as a sunny summer look. And so I'm going to share the different looks that you can create with each of these 14 palettes that perfectly are just made for summer and just for those bright and happy months of the year. And so I'm going to make all of those shorts, and then at the end of the summer and at the end of all of those 14 videos, I'm going to come back and I'm going to rank the looks that I created over the summer. I've been doing this several different times. I did it for Christmas, for winter palettes, for my springtime palettes, and also Valentine's Day. So I've got all these different videos that I've created, and I'm really excited to go ahead and jump in and do the same thing for my summer palette. I cannot wait to go through all of these. They are so bright, so fun, and just such a cute collection, and I cannot wait to share them with you. So come along with me and let's make up the rules. As has been the case with my previous palette pile videos, these are in no particular order in the video. I'm just going through the palette pile in front of me and just picking up the next one on top and sharing it with you, but we are not ranking them, so they're in no particular order. The first one that we're going to take a look at is from Ulta Beauty, and it is the Bodega Bay palette. This one is so cute. It is definitely very summery just based on the packaging with the lemons, the watermelon, and the little flowers on here. It is so cute, so bright and fun. It is a 6-pan palette, so it's pretty small, but the shades that are in here definitely pack a punch. They are so cute. You can definitely see they are very bright and very vibrant. I'm really looking forward to using some of these brighter yellowy orange shades, and then I love this blue down here. I think it's perfect for summertime and just going to the beach and catching the waves. So I think this is such a cute little palette and definitely needed to be included in the summertime list. The next palette we're going to take a look at comes from NYX Cosmetics. It is the I Know That's Bright palette. I did create a full video doing swatches and a review and a look using this palette, so if you are interested in that, I will put the link in the description box below. But this is just such a bright and fun summery palette. You can definitely see the color story in here is absolutely gorgeous. There is so much richness and so much vibrancy to this palette. I absolutely love just how colorful and how fun this palette is, so I really had to include this one in a summer list, of course, because of these pops of yellow and all the other bright colors in here. The next palette that we're going to take a look at is a really interesting one, and it is definitely one of my favorites in my collection. It is from TINTARK Cosmetics. It is the Funfair palette. This is such a cute and uniquely designed palette. It opens like this, and you've got your little admission ticket to the fair, and then when you open it, there are two different sides. So we've got a really colorful side over here, and then on this side is a more neutral side. So this one is going to be really interesting because you're probably going to see this one pop up in a couple of different palette piles. For now, we're going to be taking a look at this bright and vibrant side for summer, and then we'll look at this more neutral side, probably looking at fall palettes. And so I'm going to close this side, and we're just going to take a look over here. This is such a beautiful color story. I did actually create a couple of videos about this palette. One video for each side of it, and so I will put the link for this side video in the description box below, because that definitely relates to the summertime palette pile and definitely the bright and vibrant colors that we can look at in here and create looks with. Of course, all of the blues in here definitely remind us of going to the pool or the beach or anything like that during the summer. And then we've got some beautiful bright kind of reds and pink tone shades up here, and those definitely remind us of the summer sun and of some of maybe the sweet treats that we get, like watermelon or cotton candy, things like that. So that's why I'm including this side of the TINTARK Funfair palette in my summertime collection. The next palette we're going to take a look at is a new one to my collection, and it is actually the one that I have on my eyes today. I just filmed a video using this one for the first time. I'll put the link for that in the description box below if you would like to go check it out. And that is from Andrea Cosmetics, one of my favorite small brands, and it is the Anointed palette. This is such a beautiful palette. It is absolutely gorgeous packaging. That holographic look on the outside is so cool and so fun. And this color story is so beautiful. It is bright, it is vibrant, and very, very summery. I love this pop of yellow. I do have that on the inner corner today to match my yellow shirt, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It is just such bright, rich, deep shades in here, and I cannot wait to use this one on a summertime look. The next palette we'll take a look at comes from BH Cosmetics. It is the Trendy in Tokyo palette. This one is so fun. It is part of their travel series, and I absolutely love the BH travel palettes. They are so pretty, and this palette and this color story is no exception. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is so bright, so vibrant. There's so much richness and just excitement in this palette. It just makes me excited every time I pop it open and take a look at the color story. And this one, it is not hard to see why I include it on my sunny summer list. This next palette that we're going to take a look at has not shown up on my feed very much. I have not actually used it yet, but it was a Christmas gift from my husband Dylan, and I'm really excited to get to use it this summer because I feel like it really is a pretty summery palette. And it is from Menagerie Cosmetics. It is the Whale Song palette. This is an absolutely gorgeous palette. The packaging on the outside is so gorgeous. It is absolutely stunning. Such a beautiful undersea scene here, and I absolutely love it. Menagerie Cosmetics is such a cool brand. All of their products are based on animal and nature, and I just absolutely love that. It speaks so much to my heart, and the color story inside is so beautiful. It is so rich and deep. It is definitely reflected on the outer packaging, but this is such a gorgeous, just kind of maritime type palette, and I think that's perfect for summer when you're going to the beach, going to the pool, going on cruises, all those different things. This is just such a perfect palette to capture that, and so I wanted to include this one on my summertime list. This next palette on the list is very much similar to the Whale Song palette. This one comes from Ace Beauté and is the Oceanic palette. It is such a beautiful package. I absolutely love how this looks with the seashells on the outside. It is so stunning. And the color story, like I said, is very similar to the Whale Song. It is a nice, deep, rich, oceanic type themed palette, and the color story in here is absolutely gorgeous. I really love the shades in here, just the brightness of the greens, the deepness of the blue, and so I'm really excited to include this for the same reasons that I included the Whale Song palette on my summertime list. The next palette on the list also comes from Ace Beauté, and it is the Slice of Paradise palette. This one is very different in the shape and the design of the package, and it is so pretty. It is absolutely gorgeous on the outside. We've got all these beautiful islandy flowers out here on the front. I love this little pop of pink right here on the side. It is a beautifully designed palette, and the color story also is absolutely gorgeous. This one is just so bright, so islandy and vibrant, and I cannot wait to create a summertime look with this palette. I think it's just going to be so rich, so dynamic, and so bright, and I can't wait to use it. The next palette that we're going to take a look at is honestly one of my favorite, if not my favorite palettes in my entire makeup collection. It is from Cosmic Beauty. It is the Delicious Delights palette. This is such a beautiful palette. I use it quite often. It has so much versatility to it. It is such a beautiful color story. The packaging is so fun, and you can definitely tell this is a very bright, very summery palette. As soon as you open it, it is just so vibrant and exciting, and I just am so in love with this palette. I love this matte white up here. If you've watched several of, especially my recent videos, I've mentioned over and over, I love a matte white in a palette, and really using that on the inner corner to brighten things up is so much fun. And just the color story in here is absolutely gorgeous. I use these two pink mattes very often. They are some of my go-to pink mattes, and I just absolutely love this palette. So I can't wait to create a specifically summertime look using the Delicious Delights palette. The next two palettes that we're going to take a look at kind of go hand in hand. They came out in the same release. One of them is all shimmer, one is all matte, but they go together so beautifully, and I'm really excited to actually try these out for the first time individually. The looks that I've created so far with them, I've used the mattes and then added some shimmer from the other palette, but I think for the summertime looks, I'm going to keep these individual, and I'm going to do an all shimmer look and I'm going to do an all matte look. I've been really wanting to try that, and so I'm really excited to have an opportunity to do that. The first one we're going to take a look at is the Nomad Cosmetics Aurora Cruise palette. This one is so stunning. You can see it's got a beautiful gloss on the outside that definitely represents the beautiful shimmery palette on the inside, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. I did create a video using both of these palettes, and I will put the link for that in the description box below, but you can see this color story screams summer. It is so shiny, so shimmery, perfect for just the sunlight on the waves. It is just perfect for just the richness and the brightness of this time of year. Of course, the theming, the Aurora Cruise, it is perfect for summer vacation, and so this is absolutely needed on my summertime list. I'm so excited to get to include it. I did mention in my springtime palette pile video that you would likely see these pop up again, and here they are on my summertime list as promised, but this one is absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to see how all of these shimmer perform together. And then of course next on the list is going to be the Nomad Cosmetics Coastal Cruise palette. You can see the difference on this one. It is an all matte palette, and the outside is not very glossy. It is definitely much more matte on the outside to represent the color story on the inside. I am definitely including this one not because it is a really bright, vibrant, punch kind of color story. It is definitely more for the theming, but I do really feel like these pinks in here are gorgeous and very light, and then these blues and kind of minty greens over here are perfect for summertime, so that's definitely why I'm including this one in my summertime list, because it is a summertime themed palette. Of course, I wanted to use this one since I'm also using the Aurora Cruise palette, but I'm really excited to try this one out on its own, create an all matte look. I've been very tempted every time I've made a look using both of these palettes to just go full steam ahead with an all matte look, because these mattes are so smooth, they're so buttery. When you apply them on the lids, they just go together so nicely, and it makes you want to make an all matte look, which I love shimmer, and that's not something I say very often, so this is a very powerful palette, but I'm really excited. It is a very deep and very muted kind of palette. It's not your typical summer color story, but like I said, I'm going to lean more into some of these lighter shades and really create a beautiful all matte summer look. For our next palette on our list, we're going to take a look at another BH Cosmetics palette. This one is the Take Me Back to Brazil. You may remember seeing this palette on my Christmas palette pile, and that was because I was looking at the reds and the greens in here. But now for summer, I'm taking a look at this entire palette, and this one is absolutely summery. Just the theme of this palette is so bright, so vibrant, and all of the shades in here are absolutely gorgeous. You can tell this is a very well-loved palette. I've got pan on a few of these. I've got a lot of just kind of messiness on it. I've definitely used this one a lot, and I'm excited to use this one for a summertime look and get something really bright, rich, and vibrant. For the next palette on this list, I'm taking a look at another one that is new to my collection that I have not used yet. It is from Nomad Cosmetics, and it is the Keys Beachy and Peachy palette. I have had my eye on this one for a while, and I finally got it on a good sale, and I am so excited to use this one for summer. This one is going to be similar to the Whale Song palette. I am going to create a long form content showing swatches, going through, creating an initial look, and sharing some of my thoughts about the palette. And then I'm going to create a short that's going to be for the sunny summer looks. And so I'm really excited to get to dive into this palette. Of course, looking at the packaging on the outside, it is not hard to see why I would include this one on a summer list. And then the color story on the inside is absolutely gorgeous. It is so bright, so vibrant, so much fun, and I cannot wait to get to use this one, to get to take some swatches, get to try out a look, share some of my thoughts, and then to also get to create a summertime short. And the last palette that we're taking a look at, number 14, is going to be one from TINTARK Cosmetics also, and this one is the Cloudy with a Chance of Sprinkles palette. This one is so gorgeous. I did create a long form video with this one also. I absolutely love this palette, and I'll put the link for that in the description box below. But this one is just so bright, so fun, so summery, and the color story inside absolutely screams summer. It is just so gorgeous, so bright, so vibrant, and so much fun. I absolutely love this palette. It is so cool. It is such a large pan. You have so many options in here. You can create so many versatile, colorful looks, and I'm so excited to create one that is specifically made for summer. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. I am so excited about all 14 of these summertime palettes, and I cannot wait to create all of my sunny summer looks with them, and I hope that you will stay tuned for all of those shorts coming up very soon, and also taking a look at the ranking that I do at the end and getting to see the full circle of introducing the palettes, going through creating the looks, and then taking a look at those individual looks and ranking them. It's just been so much fun, and I hope that you've been enjoying these series, going through the different seasons and the different holidays and getting to really take a closer look at some more specific palettes in my collection. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which one of these do you think is the best summer palette? Which one is your favorite? And also, are there any other palettes in your collection that you would include on a summertime list? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to stay tuned for all of my sunny summer shorts, then definitely consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you around in the future for all of these summertime looks as well as other makeup content. Until next time, let's be kind to each other, beautiful to ourselves, and never afraid to make up the rules.